For the health of my laptop, we will probably be sitting in silence for a while. But I don't like that, so... There we go. Something. It's something. I just need to remember to actually talk loud enough to be heard. I will say, I didn't manage to finish a lot of stuff I was drawing. I had a few other things to do. I am very busy. Very, very busy creature. But we will draw and we will yap. But we also have things to yap about first. Well, I'll just wait for a bit, you know. We'll get back to Epel. I don't like it when my search bar goes wrong screen and I don't know how to put it back. Seriously, that's gonna bother me for like the whole time. I don't like having the little... See, now it messed up. It messed up my screens. Technical difficulties. Hello, welcome. I need to try and fix something real quick. Welcome in. Very awkward time. There we go. Yeah, it's just us. For now. There we go. I fixed my screens. Anyway, we're trying to finish a poem. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Mother's Day. All that jazz. Now this is the hard part. All the little embroidery. Yeah. We had a little party on Mother's Day. So my weekend was quite fun. That means I didn't have enough time to finish working on this, because I didn't want to start this part. Because, like, the jacket has fancy gold leaf embroidery and, like, gems on it, and I'm just like, I'll get to it. I didn't get to it over the weekend. I'm also doing, like, a commission as well in the meantime. And I usually spend a good couple hours on that before I start doing anything else as well now. So, like, I'm just jumping from project to project. I'll be back, bye. Take your time. I will be here for the next hour anyway. Hello, welcome. Welcome, Geek-san. How are you doing? What was your weekend like? We are drawing. We're drawing and chilling. And I'm doing the hard part that I was avoiding for the past couple days. It's a Tuesday. It is indeed Tuesday. But this is when I start my week. So, okay, I guess it would be better if I didn't have work your day off. Probably. I have a funky schedule. Art is my passion. Even if I have to fight my laptop because it's old and kinda sucks. When I'm given the chance to get a new laptop, it is not going to be a MacBook. I freaking hate this thing. It's like, oh yeah, the pros use this stuff. What pros? You're getting scammed by Apple is what you're getting. These things suck. Potato PC, understandable. I have to use what I've been given. One day I'll get enough money to get a new one, man. Not as bad as I thought. Oh yeah, the sleeves. Oh my god. This is gonna be a challenge. Yeah, it's like a running joke around here that I will bash Apple. My MacBook specifically, because I think it sucks for what it was supposed to be used for. Like, oh yeah, it's great for multitasking and programs, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but then you render out something in Maya and this thing is screaming for its life harder than it's screaming right now. So OBS is running on a MacBook. I wonder what the CPU percentage is. Explains. Yeah. I am also just not very smart with the technical stuff. Yeah. Actually, I'm using Streamlabs, so that's probably worse or better. I don't know. See, I don't know spec stuff. Reasonable crash out. Exactly. I am using a laptop that's not designed for the things that I want to do. Even though I was told it is for the things you want to do. Specifically, it was like, oh yeah, for 3D animation, whatever, rendering, blah blah blah. Bruh, every time I had to render out an assignment, it was screaming. And I didn't want to do anything else because that thing was like freaking out. It's like, oh yeah, you can do multiple things at once. Yeah, maybe for like Adobe or whatever, but not for trying to render out something in Maya. That thing was crying. It was gonna take off. I mean, it hasn't screamed as bad as it used to. But boy, is that... it's pushing it. Said every used car, con man, salesman, exactly. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. And the funny thing is I have two of these things. Because I dropped my first MacBook that they gave me. And the screen broke. So I had to get a new one. Because I couldn't afford to replace the screen. And that was the only thing wrong with it. The only thing wrong with that first one is the screen just cracked. You can't see anything on it. But it still works. If you plug it into another monitor, it still works. But it's like, I needed the... Because we didn't have extra screens. I needed the other one. Big sad. So I have two of these things. Mainly because it was hard to set it up. Because, like, you can't see anything on the screen unless you plug it into something else. And some of the classrooms did not have extra screens. So it's like, yeah, I need the extra screen, otherwise this laptop is brick. He needs some milk. Oh, yeah. His laptop needs some milk. His bones, they're no strong. I should have finished this sooner. Now it makes no sense to keep finishing it. But whatever, we're here. I'm dealing with the actions of my consequences. Yeah, you can't really see anything on this side. Yeah. I'm very proud of this Epel. Yeah, I don't know how this looks. I can only see half of it. And I don't even know if it matches with the other one that I did. It does not. Actually, hold on. I have an idea. Let us copy it and put it somewhere else. Aren't I smart? I don't know what lapel is. Is that some type of worn woman's coat? This character's name is Epel. And yes, it sounds like apple. That is the joke. He is from the game, the mobile game, Twisted Wonderland. That Disney Anime Boy video game. It's currently running a rerun of the Tsum Tsum event. Which is also why I have these on my model. These little Tsum Tsum things. Okay. Yeah. I talk a lot about it. I talk a lot about this game. I'm doing something on Thursday, because I was originally supposed to do it today, but I didn't have the time to make the presentation for it. Where I was categorizing outfits for one of the characters that I like, whose name is Vil. Because I'm tired of Vil slander. He is a beautiful man. with a beautiful sense of fashion. You just don't understand him. I have a type. Actually, I have like maybe 2. I have categorized my favorite characters before, and I've classified them into like 3 categories. Pretty men being one of them. I think that's all I needed to do. Now I just need to shade it and color it and add pretty details. Now I need to make it pretty. It's hard to figure out the shading. I like that color. But first, let me do this thing. Light coming from this direction. Which means I'm gonna do the detailing on the embroidery stuff by itself because I want it to look pretty. I'm also trying something a little bit new here where I'm focusing more on like the big areas first and then detail it down. Because I don't do that sometimes and it gets complicated. But it's like I want to try more fancy dynamic lighting styles. So I need to practice. So we start with the big areas first. And then we whittle it down. It may look like a mess now, but you just gotta trust the process. I don't draw, so I wouldn't know, but it's an amazing talent to put an image down from your head. Yeah. Having lots of references helps too. I feel like that's one thing people sometimes don't understand is how you actually use reference. It's not always drawing from your mind 100% of the time. And that's okay. Even professionals use reference photos. It is something everyone needs. would say I definitely still could use some pointers and lighting. I have a general understanding of it, but like, I'm not that great when it comes to doing more dynamic, interesting lighting. So I need more practice on it. I'm also reminded I need to work on my pajama model. Why did I disappear? Why did that happen? I'm about to have another valid crash out. This part looks so choppy right now, but that's okay. I can clean it. Hair can sometimes be the more confusing part of the shade. So there's a lot going on up here. Especially because I had a hard time trying to figure out how to draw the hair in the first place. It's like, I know the general idea of what's going on here, my hands just don't know how to draw it. So it's like, oh, it looks similar to the other one's hair, but not. It's not. It's not the same thing. They just look similar. I don't even think about the background for this either. like, I usually don't add backgrounds all that often, and if I do, they're very simple. I'm more of a character artist than I am a background artist. Sorry for distracted rendering being for YouTube posts. Nah, it's fine. I get distracted too. Sometimes I will just sit here very silently, awkwardly for a while. So I'm focusing on, like, whatever I'm doing. Like, no, I understand the feeling. Heard you just couldn't respond. Understandable. Have a nice day. I'm trying to think, how do light work again? This light's coming here. Those has always tripped me up. That's why I don't like drawing anything other than an anime art style. It's like, I don't like thinking about it. Because it gets annoying to try and figure out how to light the face. And now we can try focusing on everything else. POV flesh tuber slanders the VTuber community. Look at what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. Why be real person when I can be silly anime creature on the internet? Omni-Man reference is what I did for them. I'm familiar with it. Although my cousin keeps telling me to watch Invincible and I keep forgetting to because I don't know. I don't feel like watching it. But then everybody keeps telling me it's good, man, you gotta watch it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, I just don't feel like it. I'm watching Magical Girls, okay? I'm focusing on other things right now. I'm currently watching Magic Knight Rayearth, I think it was. It's the clamp one. I didn't watch it either, I just like the memes. Yeah, I think the memes from it are pretty funny, like, I can't argue with that, but I just don't feel like watching it. But it is funny watching, Rayearth and then just thinking, I see where my friend gets her art style from. It's funny when you watch something and then you realize, like, it makes you think of somebody you know because it's like, oh, they draw like this. I see where they get their inspiration from. I don't know if that's actually one of the series she watched or not. I think it is. My friend watches more Magical Girl stuff than me, so she's like the Magical Girl expert. Oh shit. Like, I read Magical Girl manga. I didn't watch a lot of Magical Girl anime growing up. Like, I read most of Cardcaptor Sakura, Tokyo Mew Mew, Kami-chama Karen. There's like a few also that are just like, I read a little bit of it. Like, I read a little bit of Sailor Moon. I didn't read all of Sailor Moon, and I haven't watched it either. Sailor Moon is okay. Shocker to the Magical Girl community, but Sailor Moon is okay. Mahou shoujo genre I am familiar with. Yeah. Like, that one was more of a, I read a lot of that one. Like, I read a lot of Magical Girl. I didn't watch a lot of Magical Girl. If I was watching an anime, it was usually more on the shonen side. because it was just easier to find. Sometimes. But I definitely read more shoujo growing up than shonen. I kind of ended up switching genres later on in life. I watched the Sailor Moon series ironically with the bad original 90s cut. I mean, I feel like that's just the easiest one for people to get their hands on anyway. I mean, like, yeah, the 90s dub is interesting. It's one of those, it's probably somebody's first access to, like, anime at a young age, so I can understand why people love it. The product of its time, Wool. Yes, it was. No, I'm not very, like, opinionated on, like, subs versus dubs, but I will, for newer anime at least, I tend to watch it subtitled. Older anime, I'll sometimes flip-flop between, like, a sub or a dub. It's not the redub by Funimation. It's the easiest to get. Yeah. Although I've watched Ouran High School Host Club mostly in English, and I feel like it's one of my favorite English dubs. And Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill has a pretty good English dub. Because I've seen it in both English and Japanese, and I feel like that's how you do a dub. And since it's the 4th reprint to Walmart stores. Ouran High School is a chick flick. I love Ouran High School Host Club. That was one of my favorites growing up. It is iconic to me. Modern era does not deserve Haruhi. I stand by what I say. Autocorrect again. It's the opposite of a harem. It is reverse harem. Yay, debauchery! There's debauchery here! Yeah. And you are the homosexual supporting cast. Man, I love that series. I still need to finish the manga, though. I've been trying to find it, actually. There was only one bookstore around where I was living that was actually selling Ouran High School Host Club. There was only one place where I was able to find it, and then I go back there, I can't find it anymore. I'm just like, dang it. Why? I could find almost anything else. I can't find Oron. It's like, that's what I'm looking for. Because I remember reading it, but I never finished it, because back when I was, like, in middle school and high school, I would just rent out a bunch of manga from the library, because our library was, like, stocked with like, manga stuff, because, like, not only the local library, but the high school library itself was, because, like, there was, like, an active manga club, and they were just filling the shelves with anime and manga. And then I moved, and then I go to the local library, and they got nothing. I'm just like, dang. Where are the weebs? So now I'm kind of stuck just buying stuff that I've already read anyway, because it's like, you know, it's easier to get something that I've already kind of read but never got to finish, rather than trying to start something new that I haven't really, like, you know, I don't know if I like it yet, so why would I invest in it? But man, I miss that. I miss that place. It was beautiful. The bookstore I used to read manga after school at no longer exists. Barnes and Noble's competitor. Orders. Yeah, that's where I've been trying to find most of what I've been looking for. Man, that library probably still has that giant manga section. I remember watching it grow. It used to be like one shelf in the back, and then it took up the entire back wall. It was encroaching on the young adult novel section. Same thing with the high school too. It was like one shelf, and then it started taking up the back wall. But it's like, yeah, some of the stuff that I used to read, I definitely can't find at like a Barnes and Noble. You're familiar with Border? No. There's like 2 different bookstores around where I'm at, you know, besides Barnes and Noble. Like big, it's like another Barnes and Noble. It was like Books A Million or something. It's like the same thing, just a different name. Got defunct around the same time as Blockbuster. Oh. I remember Blockbuster. I was sad when it closed. But my dad bought an Indiana Jones poster from there when they were closing. I don't know what happened to it, though. They were selling everything. It was sad. Orders. Although I went to a mall a couple months ago, and they had a nice anime figure hobby store around there. And I saw that really pretty Dimitri figure from Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and I'm just like, man, I wish I had money. I love Fire Emblem, man. And out of the characters from 3 Houses, Dimitri was my favorite. Like, the moment I saw that character, I'm like, that one's mine. Even with his silly pre-time skip haircut, I'm like, that man's mine. But Time skip just made him hotter. Wait, I think I still have this image lying around somewhere. Yeah, I got anime series Boogie Pop Phantom out of their clearance bin before going under. Ah! Where is it? Where is this silly image that I had? My categorizing of my favorite characters. I know it's around here somewhere. I'll probably find it later. Do you remember the last video you rented at Blockbuster? That's a good one, because I kind of don't remember much. I do remember we bought some, like... I used to be, like, grossly into Sonic as a kid, so, like, I just remember we bought a Sonic DVD when they were closing. I don't remember, like, the last one we rented, though. Although I know we bought a Sonic DVD when it was closing, so I guess that kind of counts as the last thing we got from Blockbuster. Cause like, what year was it? I think I was still in elementary school when it... No, I don't think I was still in elementary school when it closed down. Maybe middle school. It's like I'm old, but I'm not that old, and also my memory is kind of funky about certain things. The very last one rented for me was around the same time as Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Yeah, because also, weren't they shutting down at, like, different times, too? Because I remember some Blockbusters were still open longer than others. But I don't think ours was open for that long, actually. 2012. Yeah, so I was around middle school, at least when they started closing them all down. Yeah. I guess Sonic was the last thing we rented from there. I don't like talking about that phase of my life. It was all pre-internet too, so... We do not talk about the dark times. My senior year, you were in middle school? Crazy. Yep. I think that was also maybe like the end of middle school, high school. Yeah, I graduated in like 2017. I'm old. But not that old. And at that point, we're talking to people 2 years younger than me. Could either be we understand what we're talking about or we don't. It all depends. Were you a weeb growing up or were you not? Then it'll be like, ah, yes, now I can understand you. Cause like I had some coworkers back when I was like working that they were like a little bit younger than my sister, who's only like 2 years younger than me. And sometimes when we would be talking, I'd mention something like a video game or like a show or whatever, and the person I'm talking to has no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, never mind. Cause like I remember I was talking to this one person. She was like, I don't know, like 21 or something. Like 24 or something. And I was like, oh, this reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. And she was like, what is that? And I'm like, what do you mean, what is that? I remember when I used to be referred to as the young man demographic. Now it's just man. So no, you're not old. I know. I'm not old, but I'm also too much of a weeb. It's like everything else we were able to communicate about because I was working at Disney, so everybody was like a Disney nerd. But anything other than that, if I mentioned like Crash Bandicoot or something, like other video games or just anime in general, I guess, and she would be like, what's that? I don't know what that is. I'm like, never mind. Anyways, thoughts on Frozen and why it's overrated. Do you know how awkward it is to be the only Frozen hater in a room full of people that like Frozen? That was awkward. But I did not care. I'm like, I don't like it. I like the concept art better. Fight me. Is the adult trope community so annoying? No offense. Understandable. My sister doesn't really like it either. I mean, I'm like more of an animation history nerd, so like I like Disney stuff. But also I'd be questioning everything they'd be putting out. I'm like, what is wrong? Why do you suck now? Had a bad experience with. Yeah, understandable. There's some people that are just like cringe to look at. Or like they simp a little too hard for everything Disney puts out right now, and it's like, bruh, the quality has gone downhill. You're allowed to say that. And there are definitely some people that do say, you know, it's not good anymore. I'm more of an old school animation nerd, so. I have had a few conversations on stream about my thoughts on the current state of Disney animation. I think it was a mistake to close down the Florida branch. A big mistake. Yeah, I'm more of the otaku nerd. Still not relatable to Marvel, DC, or Disney, so I get disappointed a lot when walking into Western brand comic book stores. Yeah, I've never really been much of a Western comic fan anyway. I always gravitated more toward the anime and manga stuff because it had more interesting topics and art styles for my eyeballs. Because, like, yeah, there's American comics that aren't about superheroes and stuff like that, but I didn't like how they looked. And it's like, when you think about it, Magical Girl is kind of like the girliest idea of a superhero comic, you know? Kind of like Winx Club. It's like a girl's idea of what being a superhero would be, but with like magic and the power of friendship and love and romance. Yeah, I definitely didn't grow up in or at least in an environment where liking anime and manga automatically, like, got you isolated and made fun of constantly. But, like, it definitely was hard to make new friends sometimes because it's like, I want to talk about, like, Wedding Peach or something, and then they're like, oh, my mom said I'm not allowed to read that. And then it's like, oh, well, we no longer have anything to talk about, I guess. I'm not being biased either. Just look at how much the Barnes & Noble's bookstore has to the comic versus manga shelf space. The ratio is 4-1. Yeah. Like, it is crazy seeing the manga section, like, expand in real time. And then the comic section is kind of just the same or starts shrinking because the manga section is taking it over. I remember Wedding Peach. Yeah, I remember reading that one. The funny thing is, I had a friend. This was like 5th grade. It was one of my friends from like elementary school who recommended Wedding Peach to me. So I started reading it, and then I was like, I want to talk to her about it, you know. And then the next time I see her, she's like, oh, my mom said I'm not allowed to read that anymore because the girls have short skirts. I'm like, oh, okay. And then we kind of just stopped talking. Hey, bestie! Yes, surprisingly. I am yakking. Also, we're switching topic now because I need to show this. I need to share with you the image. Silver's birthday card is here. It was a wannabe Sailor Moon, Jonathan. I read almost every other magical girl besides Sailor Moon. I mean, I read some of it, but like I liked everything other than Sailor Moon. Anyways, Silver's birthday card is here. Oh, I love his hat. It's so cute. Ah! I'm sorry I wasn't here earlier. I had a doctor over my house. Silver! Silver Van Rouge, you're beautiful. Sorry for spoilers. I know, isn't it cute? I can't wait to see the full image because I want to see the bow. I want to see the bow. He's so cute. Huh? Yeah, actually. I mean, I guess it depends, though. I know that there's, like, nurses. Also, I tried to read Inuyasha as a kid, and I saw anime tits and freaked out. I think... I read a lot of Inuyasha, but I wasn't fazed by the anime tits. Why does that look like Pavlova? I see no guy is cute, but I see what you mean. Understandable. I like cute anime boys, so that's what we talk about a lot over here, and yeah. He's precious. Also, here's context of Epel. What I was drawing earlier. This image is very big compared to the other one. There he is! There's my boy! Epel! I did my best! Oh no, doctor was over my house to get to know me. Oh, interesting. Inuyasha's brother got me simping though. I forgot his name. I'm trying to remember it too. I don't remember. I think it was like Seshe something. I don't know. Also, baby Epel! Epel! Just look at him. Beautiful. I love his little sock things. Now femboys that's straddling the line there. Epel makes you question things. Not... I mean, kinda. I mean, if you don't pay attention to the Twisted Wonderland concept art, cause... Yeah. Hello, Mercury! He has a baby face, but he's a country boy! Country boy! But I mean, look at him! I have more pictures of Epel. Look at him! Isn't he adorable? He's fashionable too! They're made so, even though I have accidentally walked into the gender bend yaoi section at the Anime Expos. They're made so feminine. You know, if Epel was following his concept art, he probably would have been femboy. Oh, I age up my kids in Tomodachi life. I meant Floyd last time. I wrote Jack by mistake. Also, look at Epel. Look at him fighting a bat. Was a Floyd and Epel having... Your Tomodachi Life Island is insane. I love it. What's this one's name? Disney won't allow it having a femboy. We have Epel. That's close enough. You didn't read the songs I listened to? I'm very distracted today. Love America by Patrick Yvette. Hurricane Dorothy by Harumi Hasana. And I feel like I don't know so much. I'm too excited to yap about Epel. Epel, my boy. I adore. Also, where is this image? Where's this image of Epel? Where's his outfit breakdown? I thought I had it. Nope, I don't have it, but that outfit is the closest thing to a Epel in a skirt we will ever get. Yana finding a loophole. Oh, same with Vil. Wait, where's his Halloween? Do I have an image of his Halloween? His Nightmare Before Christmas outfit? It's like, that's the closest we'll ever get to some of these characters wearing a skirt. It's just the fancy pants. Nightmare Before Christmas. my blood pressure was a little too high, but the doctor said it's fine. Welcome to Twisted Wonderland. We have, pretty boys and, whatever Ida Shroud is. OMG, yes, Bill, don't forget Neji. Don't forget, he has a femboy kind of look. Yeah, Neji too. Yeah. Would you believe he's fighting a bat? A bat that looks like Ratigan? Batigan? Pretty boys, hot boys, and then there's Ida. And Rook. Oh, Rook. You strange creature, you. I love him. And your funky Bob. Wait, hold up. I'm trying to find Vil. We're just gonna yap about characters now until I have to turn off the stream. I feel like going on longer today. I'm excited. Fighting a huge ass bat, just your average day in Australia. Fidget is the bat's name. Yes, there is a bat that also looks like Fidget. In this event. Also, here's Vil. If you're not paying attention, you would think that he's wearing a skirt, but he's wearing those, I don't know what they're called. But they're those pants that kind of look like a long skirt from far away if you're not paying attention. I'll go rest now. Bye, Adriana. Bye, Amy. Bye, Mercury. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you also had a lovely Mother's Day. Vil. V-I-L. His name is Vil Schönheit. And he is a beautiful man. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. Handsome man. This was this year's birthday card. I don't care what anybody says. I love the hat on him. He is beauty, he is grace. Couldn't have given him a cooler Japanese accent English name. All these characters are based off of Disney villains. If you're unfamiliar with Twisted Wonderland. Yes. He is clearly based off of the Evil Queen. Well, if you have full context as to what he looks like. Speaking of Mother's Day, I'm gonna take my mom out to eat next Sunday because I couldn't on Mother's Day. Aww, that's cute. Where is this? Oh, yes. Vil Schönheit and your beautiful legs. My current desktop wallpaper. I love him. I need to actually work on that list of Ville's outfits. That's gonna be for Thursday. Also, my mom made another twist to a seat. Oh, that's so cute! You're getting your whole family involved. I love that. My sister was not into this. Oh yeah, where's Rook? Allow me to introduce you to Rook. Rook Hunt. Goofy creature. We love Rook. And his stupid haircut. Yeah. My mom made a twist Pocahontas, and my dad made a Timon and Pumbaa. Oh, that's cute. Here he is, the creature himself. Rook Hunt. Behold. There he is. Rook jump scare. I'm gonna head out. Bye-bye, geeks, and thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you again. You may call me Ambi. Rook and his glory. There he be. And his hat. Oh, Rook. Such a funny man. I want to yap for a little bit longer. Oh, I didn't even talk about ortho. But trust me, when his club card comes out, I will be yapping. I love how soon Bill is on your head alone. He's the queen. He gets privileges. She get privileges. Oh yeah, the Tsum Tsum event is on its rerun. Pretty boy, hot boy, monster cat, cute robot, brother, then Ida. Oh yes, let's admire Ida for a second. Do I have pictures of Ida? No, I need a good one. I need a funny one. Why don't I have the game? You have Twisted Wonderland at home. Where is Ida? Here's a funny picture of Ida. Ah, yes, my favorite image. I have a few. But I feel like this one is my favorite because he just looks so uncomfortable. Star Ida, Ghost Wedding Ida is so pretty, yeah. And then there's Chef Ida, and he just looks so awkward. I love it. Then his New Year's card, everyone was flashing in that card. We get your feet for free. Scandalous. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just it's the way he's holding the spatula that gets me. The way he's holding it like he's never held an appliance before in his life. He's like, what is this? I'm not supposed to be here. Help him. He doing his best, but his best is not good enough. Oh wow, feet pics. They show it under the camera. They show it under quick the camera. I got the grippers out. Ortho, don't leave me here. Speaking of uncomfortable Ida. Or just putting Ida in uncomfortable situations. Fast food Ida. He has the epitome of a customer service smile, where you look like you're friendly and happy, but on the inside you're dying. Like, please, I don't want to be here. Ortho, don't leave me. He will do anything to avoid making eye contact with random strangers. Fast food Ida, my spirit animal. Also, Leona in the New Year's card. So many jokes on him flashing everyone. Oh boy. Did you see how much leg this man was showing? I think I still have the pictures. Did I ever show the New Year's cards? I think I did. Where's default Leona? Default Leona. Beautiful man. Also looks like he really does not care. If you saw his legs or not. You did. Yeah, see, I still have them lying around. Look at him. He does not care. He's just ready to have fun. You know? He doesn't care if you get to see his leg. You see how much a leg is exposed to. One wrong move and it's all over. I think the chibi sprite animation is like perfectly encapsulates what everybody was joking about with Leona's outfit. It's like, oh my goodness, so much leg. Also, Epel. Just Epel. Isn't he adorable? Oh. The boy. We got the leg now. We got shirtless Leona in the manga and his leg. Now we just need an actual shirtless Leona card. We need a new beach event. I think Jack is technically the only character who's ever been somewhat shirtless in a sense. Epel so cute. Epel is cutest. Like, again, this is the closest to a shirtless character we'll ever get in this game. And it's Jack with an open shirt. Well, the Stitch cards and Event, Riddle, and Floyd are shirtless. Yeah, but, like, you can't toggle the shirt. You can't toggle those. But with Jack, that one card, you can toggle his jacket on and off, and you get his arms. Jack is like the closest character who's had like the most fan servicey outfits so far, I guess, if you think about it. Cause this is very fan servicey, if you ask me. I like it. Handsome man. Although, let's admire Floyd for a second. Oh, well, we do have Jade and Floyd, but I don't know. I mean, they're fish. I mean, I guess they kind of count. I guess they technically are the most shirtless characters. If you get their, you know, mermaid cards. For real, I also love seeing Yana make boo windows for Toast Cast. Leona! Let us see. Yeah, there we got Floyd. He having the time. He also surfing, so that's fun. I guess Jade and Floyd are the only characters that have the most shirtless cards. Woo! Anyways, I think I need to call it now. Him and Stitch are so cute. Yes, they are. Indeed. It was a fun yap session. And we got some drawing done in the meantime. We did some drawing, we did a lot of yapping. Ah, beautiful. What a beautiful Tuesday. Tomorrow, I guess we'll still keep on working on Epel. Epel is going to be a stream project, I guess, while I do other things. Disney, okay, Yana, who do you want most shirtless? Yana, fish. What? Fish! The fish! Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See y'all tomorrow. Same time as usual.